crazy hair. So, yeah, haven't made a video in a while. I should let me close the door. That might be better. Okay, so, hey. I don't remember if I already had my hair dyed last time I made a video, but hey, it's blue now. Well, pretty washed out now, but I just had to re-dye it. But it's with even its washed color, I kinda like it. Although I think I'm definitely gonna just keep shaving the side. I think it'll look nicer even if it's not the same color. Anyway. So yeah, haven't made a video in a while. Mostly because I'm not really sure what to do with this. Anyway, I think I felt the need for making an update today because I think I just found out I just realized a big problem that I have that might make things better for me. And it sucks because it's so obvious, and yet here I am with the problem that I just realized I've been having all along. Aside from the fact that I have ADHD, I'm also malnourished. I mean, so in summary, I was supposed to do a job today, and thankfully I had Adderall, so I was kind of excuse whatsoever to not show up, and I was just not feeling right. So thankfully they were able to push it to tomorrow. Also, the fact that since I can never determine time properly, when I was cutting some pieces that I needed for this job, I realized that I will need more time, like always. There's always more time that I think it would take. So I realized that I'll be stressing too much if I try to rush this, so just better to push it. Anyway, when I was finally able to settle that with my clients, I literally just had to lay down on the floor because that's usually what I do to let blood flow better in my body once it's feeling weird. I don't know, at some point after looking for so many symptoms, because I've been looking for those for a while now, it all seems to point out to malnutrition. With the dizziness, the current nausea, the cold feet, it's like it's been really bad lately. And it just thinks like there's something off. And I guess it came with it came to light a little bit more yesterday, although it didn't look much until this morning. When I was talking to my mom, and she did ask, "Hey, are you actually eating? Because you lost a lot of weight recently." And I thought that, well, since I'm just eating when I feel hungry and not stopping myself just enough to satisfy myself, I just figured that's what it is. But maybe by she pointing that out, maybe she put into light the fact that you lost weight a little too quickly. And it wasn't until this morning when I still wasn't feeling right, when I don't know, maybe connected the two things together. And of course, I went on a rabbit hole of research, at least as much as I could on my phone on the floor. And once again, it seems like it all points out to malnutrition. And the more I look into it, the more that I seems that might be the case. With all the cramping I'm beginning on my legs, along with the cold feet, I just assumed it was, some sort of related. But it's been a lot lately. And I just asked myself, have I really been lacking on eating properly long enough for it to actually start making these drastic changes? And I guess I have. I mean, for the past few months, I've been just concentrating on working on my mental health after the shitty relationship I just came out of. So with the purpose of just trying to concentrate, I just decided just to, I don't know, get better emotionally, mentally. Not yet physically, since, financially, since I needed to lock everything I've been lacking so I can actually get paid for some jobs I've been doing. So I've just been concentrating on that, with purposely not putting too much emphasis on my diet. But I think it's finally catching up to me. Like, I'm really lacking on energy. I just thought, oh, it's my ADHD, which I'm assuming part of it is, but maybe it gets extremely heightened with the fact that I don't have the nutrients that allows my body to run properly. Like, I didn't think it was that bad. I wasn't eating the best foods, but at the same time, they weren't the worst. But now in hindsight, I guess I'm trying to think into the things I mostly eat. And even though, like I said, they're not the worst, maybe they're lacking a lot of nutrients. And I just didn't realize that. So, decided that, especially because I've been craving for a while, and maybe it makes more sense now why, I just went to get salad from Salada earlier today. For my dizziness and small nausea, I was able to make it to the car and just go get a salad. Tasted delicious. I do like salads. When you put the right ingredients, I guess. Point of the matter, here hoping that many of those nutrients that I don't normally get start coming back into my body. And there's a bit of hope because that was earlier today, and now I'm feeling a bit better. Part of my research was looking into how long it takes for your body to start taking the nutrients that you just ate. And I'm like, well, a few hours. So it's not going to be immediate, but at least I did settle the stomach pain. I didn't finish the whole thing, which now it's finishing it. Which sadly, after sitting for a while, it does make some of the leafy greens to get a bit soggy. Same thing with the croutons. They're very soggy croutons, but hey, what are you gonna do? I wasn't able to finish the whole thing at once. It was a lot. Which shows the fact that indeed I've been reducing the amount of food that I need to eat in order to feel satisfied, which is a good thing. But I decided to eat it now, even though I wasn't really that hungry. I guess behind the mentality that I need to constantly eat so that my my mood doesn't change all of a sudden when I feel hungry. And it feels like that disrupts me a lot. So maybe I have to start eating a little bit before I feel hungry so that I don't get that disrupted. It's a lot to get used to. But definitely, I think after settling all these finances and some sort of system that will kind of help me to keep up with it, now I definitely have to look into my diet and exercise. I need to find a way to fit it in and start incorporating it into my life. With that said, a video I found earlier today was talking how mental health is highly connected to your nutrition. And the lady that made this TED talk, she did point out some interesting points of how maybe a lot of my mental imbalance has to do with the fact that I just haven't been eating right for years. Here's the thing though, I've had cold feet for a while, like almost as I don't know. I just assume I always did, and just being able to see it more as of recently, especially when I lived with Sally. I did, I did have cold feet, but didn't feel too tired or anything. Maybe I was too distracted with the messiness that our relationship was. Anyway, but now I guess with my drastic change of just eating when I'm hungry and not eating that much, and maybe not really thinking what I'm actually eating, maybe that took a whole different level of malnutrition to the point that now I'm like, feel like I'm dying. Anyway, so here's to hoping that once I start getting the hang of feeding myself better, maybe my mental health will get even better. God, it's slow. I wish I figured this out a long time ago, but hey, better late than never. Anyway, I'll finish the salad, and I'll see how I feel tomorrow. Bye, Joella.